Are we live? Welcome to the AC Sports Network podcast. I'm here with my co-host Alston Dove. We've got sports today, as usual. We got some college football rankings.
College football.
Got some no baseball.
My
There's been
dogs
not
are back
really
in the
any
top
signings. NFL football is hot as it could be. Hockey's in full roll. Basketball's in full go. Let's get to work. So what do you have from college football this week? Minnesota took its first L. Hurts, but
To Iowa.
Iowa, who's
The same Iowa that lost to Penn State.
Iowa's 5-1 at home against a top 7 opponent in the past 6 games they've played at home against a top 7 opponent. Henceforth, why they're 5-1.
Oh, that's
That game was honestly
basketball. We don't want to see that.
drops. Hey, college basketball's coming up too.
Yeah, but we don't care
Important.
to see women's college basketball.
I do. I like women's college basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that. Georgia beat number 12 Auburn.
Impressive. Georgia's got a little roll here. They're using the running game to their advantage, or
Mhm.
opening up everything else. So
I still think Cam Bailey was on one when he said Minnesota would beat Georgia. It would be
Well,
a good game.
it's a what if.
Don't get me wrong.
So what if? We don't know.
But I think Georgia would pull
What
it
if
out
college
by
football-
one touchdown.
College football lives in the statement of what if. What if?
This is
What
true.
if? What if?
This is true.
And unfortunately, we don't get to see those things happen. So
Because
what
injuries
if?
happen.
Injuries. You get upsets. It happens.
Yeah,
It's a great sport, right?
that's
What other
why
games
college
we had?
football
Georgia,
is so
Auburn.
loved.
We had a great Oklahoma Baylor game. Baylor jumped out to a 28-3 lead right after halftime and proceeded to pull an Atlanta Falcons and lost.
They choked.
Oh, what did they even lose by? What was the score of that game?
34-31.
34-31.
Lost by a field goal.
It's tough. Well, they threw a pick on the drive right after that,
Mm-hmm.
so that kind of hurt Baylor pretty
Kinda.
bad. What other college football? Clemson put the smack down on Wake Forest. I think they're starting to hit their stride.
2-3.
I think Clemson's starting to hit their stride pretty hard right now. Trevor's playing out of his mind finally, but the ACC, and there are not that many good opponents, but they have a reputation of showing up in the big games, so I'm not worried. Dabo does have them ready.
Notre Dame beat number 23 Navy
And
52-20.
I don't think Notre Dame's that bad.
Notre Dame's not as bad as people say they are.
They went to Athens, played a really good game against Georgia. I don't
Georgia
even.
still won.
I didn't say they didn't. I just said they played a good game against Georgia. In that game, people thought that Notre Dame was going to get smacked. It was going to be like 40-3, and it ended up being like a one possession game.
God, this stack up table keeps moving.
It'd be like a one possession game,
I'm not sure. What was that, week 2?
something like that. But it was a good game. I don't think people are getting enough credit for that game.
Week 2.
This is a very good win for them. Tua Tagovailoa. However you say it.
Tua Tagovailoa
Hit with a hip
injury.
fractured hip dislocation, some injury like that. It is the injury that actually like kept Bo Jackson out for like 2 years.
All right, so Georgia beat Notre Dame by 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. People thought it was going to be like 40-1, because that's possible.
Georgia's gotten real good at beating people by 1 touchdown as of late.
Mm.
They haven't really put a beat down on any teams except for the cupcake teams. Like,
Except for South Carolina.
shush. Except for Arkansas State, 55-0.
We got what other? Oh yeah, Alabama. I don't think they're in anymore. I don't think they got a shot. I think the Pac-12 winner gets in.
Mm-hmm. I think Ohio State will get it.
I think the 4 main conference champions will get in, except for the Big 12. I don't think the Big 12 gets in. I think Pac-12 winner gets in. Big 10 winner gets in. ACC winner gets in, and SEC winner gets in.
Yeah.
My final top 4 is going to be like LSU.
LSU will win the SEC championship.
I think they
will
will
beat
win.
Georgia.
You think? I think LSU won. Joe Burrow is insane. That man is the
You
most.
don't know Joe.
That man is the most NFL ready quarterback I've seen in like
You don't know
10
Joe.
years. He's wild. Maybe him and Justin Herbert, but he's a sophomore too, right?
Who?
Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow transferred from Ohio State. He's a senior.
I swear he was a true freshman last year.
No, he transferred from Ohio State.
Or was that Bo Nix this year?
Bo Nix.
Bo picks. Bo is bad. Bo is not ready. And they're going to lose a really good quarterback from it.
Joe Burrow did the same thing that Jalen Hurts did.
Joe Burrow is going to go like. He should go number 1 overall. He's most battle tested. It's the thing with. They hyped up Mitchell Trubisky as a good quarterback because he had good combine and he looked good.
But he wasn't battle tested like Joe Burrow.
But he wasn't battle tested like Deshaun Watson was. And look how good Deshaun Watson's done in the NFL because he's played in the prime time and he knows how to play in those games. And Deshaun has showed that. Same with Lamar Jackson. People are hating Lamar Jackson, but Lamar showed up in those big games.
He's proved his point that he should be a quarterback.
Lamar is insane. Lamar finally got revenge on Deshaun from 2016 and whooped on 41-7. Like 3 touchdowns from Mark Ingram. We kind of just transitioned there. But college football. My top 4 is still going to be LSU, Clemson or Ohio State, 2 or 3. Either way, I think I can flip it.
Yeah.
And then the 4th is going to be the Pac-12. Utah or Oregon gets in. Barring an upset or barring a blowout. I think they get in. They're both like what, 6 and 7. That's pretty. That'd probably be one of the better conference championship games. I bet game day goes there.
Utah versus Oregon.
If they are they even, I think they're playing each other for it.
I don't know. When was the last time a Pac-12 team made the college football playoffs?
Washington.
When was that?
I remember it was 2016. I think.
That sounds about right.
I think it was 2016.
Sounds about
Because I remember they came out first drive and threw Jake Browning threw touchdown to Dante Pettis.
Didn't Alabama play them?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I was watching an interview from Jake Browning, and he said, "Oh wow, we got a shot to win this." Then he finally started playing Alabama one drive, and they didn't score the rest of the game.
I don't know. I'm still having a hard time deciding who I think, because
I think
it could either be the
Pac-12.
winner of Pac-12 or it could be Georgia could make it in, but just based on like
They got to really.
strength of schedule and
That South Carolina loss hurts
it
bad
does, it
because you
does.
could afford a loss in the SEC championship
Yeah.
if you don't have a loss already,
Mhm.
but they have a loss, so that hurts big time.
Yeah.
That's about it for college football.
Got anything for hockey? I don't know
Hockey.
anything about hockey, so
We got the Washington Capitals, I think, on top. I think they're like 16-2. Last night we had we didn't have that many. Actually, we had a really good game between the Islanders and the Penguins. Penguins were down like 4-1, 4-0, 4-2, some not like big number, but Penguins put a lot of comeback. Sidney Crosby gets it done. But actually, I just flipped it around. I meant to say the Islanders came back. Might be. Brock Nelson with the overtime goal. Brandon Tanev for Pittsburgh, 2 goals. He's been a good signing for them this offseason. And Nick Leddy's always been a good defenseman for the New York Islanders. So he gets it done in the back end. He's a big brute out back there.
see, you're speaking Spanish to me. I know absolutely nothing about hockey. Nothing.
A good old Central Division showdown, Jets Predators.
I don't even know what the position
Connor
is called
Hellebuyck
except for
with a
goaltender.
whole 38 saves. He might be getting back into
He's
form.
a goaltender.
He might be getting back into form. That's kind of scary because 2018. Yeah. No. 2017, 2018 season. He won. Pretty sure he won the Vezina that year. It's like best goalie. Patrick Laine with the first goal. Patrick Laine, that's the sniper. Nikolai Ehlers.
I wonder if there were any fights, hockey fights last night.
Probably. There's always a fight. They got their big brute in the back end, their fighter. That's why it's crazy to see other guys. And then Benino scored probably I think an extra attacker goal, but I think they held him off. We got one. I think we got another good score here. Avalanche and the Flames. These two teams faced off in the first round last year. Avalanche, young and hungry. They're a whole 13-6-2. Fastest team I've ever seen play. They're so fast. They got probably one of the best players in the league, Nathan McKinnon. And they got Burakovsky in the offseason, he'll be good in the playoffs. He was one of the reasons the Capitals won it 2 years ago in the playoffs. Scoring 2 goals in Game 7 against the Lightning. That was big. McKinnon, 2 assists, as usual. He plays lights out. That's about it for hockey. We got some NFL news. I know that. Except they can't find the NFL.
The Ravens are freaking kicking some butt.
The Ravens are kicking butts. So I'm watching the Vikings game on Sunday, because I'm a Vikings fan.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts.
He's from Minnesota.
I've made it clear in a lot of other. But, all right, I'm watching the first drive. Broncos drive down the field, get a field goal. I'm like, you expected the soft defense that the Vikings have had lately in the secondary. Then they stop us 3 and out, and they get a touchdown. I'm like, oh, it's 10-0. Well, that sucks. It's 10-0. And we get stopped 3 and out again, and they scored again. I'm like, wow, they don't know how to show up today. So I'm thinking it's going to be another game like the Bills last year where they lost like 30-6, or the Colts, the game I went to 3 years ago, and they lost by like 7 touchdowns.
Good.
It was bad. Or I think it was 4 touchdowns. And then 17-0, we get the ball back. We fumble. Kirk gets it by behind, fumbles. Denver's all of a sudden up 20-0. All right, so we get the kickoff, return the kickoff, good return. Boom, fumble. They get it. Broncos get it. It's 20-0. They could score again with a minute left.
You like that?
I did not like that. But Andrew Sendejo, the signing, former Viking we picked up for what happened? Like, we just signed him. Picks it off on the goal line. Seems kind of quiet there, but it's a big pick. Holds them 20. We're going to halftime. No team has ever won trailing by 20 at halftime. 0-99. Come at the gate. Touchdown. Stop them. 3 and out. Or no. We get 3 and out. Eric Wilson has a neutral zone infraction. They get another drive. It's 23-7. Touchdown. Stop. Touchdown. Stop. Touchdown. And we're up 27-23 in 4 drives. Best game Kirk has played. It was legit. Diggs was like 5 receptions, 121 yards, a touchdown. Cousins was like
29 for 35,
319 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like a 150 or 133 pass rating.
Dalvin Cook, 11 carries, 26 yards.
He was shut down mostly. But the thing is, Broncos are not that bad. Broncos have the 4th ranked defense. I looked that up. Broncos are not that bad. Their record, they've lost like 4 games by like a total, or like by 3 points or more, or like 3 points or less.
Stephon Diggs had 5 receptions, 121 yards for 1 touchdown.
A bomb from Kirky, Captain Kirk, my boy. We had another good game. Patriots Eagles. Patriots was a good game. Patriots going to Philly. Get it done again.
17.
Their defense is insane. It just shuts them down. It's just such a good brand defense that they just play tough. It's hard to get.
Tom Brady was
26
yards for 47 with 219 yards.
Tom Brady's game manager there.
Carson Wentz was 20 for 40.
Carson Wentz.
214 yards and a touchdown.
Carson Wentz played bad. He's been playing bad lately. I mean, they don't have Nick Foles to save them, so It could be rough down the stretch. Can we go to another game?
Yeah. Bears, Rams, Cardinals, Niners.
Bears thought Mitch Trubisky was the savior. That sucks because Mitch Trubisky's terrible.
The Cowboys beat the Lions.
Cowboys, that was a shootout. I love that because I got my fantasy points up. Michael Gallup had like 133 yards or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott kind of popped off.
Yeah, Dak.
29 for 40.
Zeke hasn't been they haven't run the ball well, so Dak's been throwing it all over the field.
444 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Zeke had a receiving touchdown.
16 carries, 45 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they haven't been running the ball that well lately, but they have been throwing it all over the field, and they just run a really good scheme on the throw. They go out route, they go slant. They got really good receivers for it.
Are we done? Are we at 15 minutes?
Well, we didn't cover basketball because, well, if you want to know, Lakers are 12-2, top of the West. Celtics are like 11-2,
LeBron James.
top of the East. Something like that. LeBron James leading it, but that's going to do it for the AC Sports Network podcast. We are signing off.
Forgot to end it.
You don't know how to end it?
I forgot.
So we're just going to sit here.